Hello everyone, welcome to Close Up on America's Business, the program that takes you inside some of the most unique and successful companies in America. I'm Janice Marie. On each edition of our show, you have the opportunity to meet some of the most innovative business leaders in the country today. You'll find out what their products, services, technologies, and business models can do for you, and what they're doing to change our world and to change the way we do business.
Ask anyone who's in the business and they will tell you that real estate is one of the toughest games in town. It is a business that requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of dedication, an awful lot of homework and perseverance, and even chutzpah in order to be a successful real estate broker. But you know, sometimes sheer honesty can be the most important trait of all. And here in the South Jersey Shore area of Cape May County, along this beautiful stretch of the Atlantic, we came across two of the most fascinating, interesting, and painfully honest real estate brokers anywhere. Their names are Douglas and Joyce Jewell. Together, they own the Jewell Real Estate Agency. While his knowledge of the real estate business is extensive and the way he and his wife run their business is unique and refreshing, it is his background and talents that set Douglas Jewell apart. Handy with a hammer, he did much of the construction of this elaborate waterfall structure in his backyard himself. And consider his previous careers. He's been a dairy farmer, a university cafeteria head chef, as well as a caddy on the PGA Tour, a carpenter, sports writer, and newspaper editor. An avid traveler, he has hitchhiked across the country not once but twice. And he has lived in homes from Southern California to the Caribbean and Maine, where for 5 years he lived in a home with no electricity or indoor plumbing, something he says you gain a deep appreciation for when having to use an outhouse at 35 degrees below zero. The Jewell's home here on the South Jersey Shore has become their castle, and as vegetarians they actually grow much of what they eat. Douglas took me on a tour of his garden.
We bring these homemade cages I did and train the plant to grow upwards. We get a much better yield. We don't have it on the ground. We don't have mold problems with it. It grows upward. We triple our yield by getting the vegetable off the ground.
Douglas, explain something for me. How does all of this, your gardening and the construction work you do, your waterfalls, this environment, how does all this help you with the real estate aspect of your life?
We bring a lot of clients here. A lot of times we'll have two couples over for dinner. So we do bring our clients to our house, which I guess a lot of people don't do. One of the messages is dream big. I'm always a believer in dream big and then go for it. If you can't accomplish it all, okay, but you dreamt big and you tried to accomplish some of it. Also, I think in the way that all my stuff is sort of neat and orderly. I mean, my place always looks like this.
I mean, this is very, very neat, absolutely.
Well, I think that the same attention to detail that we pay to our own property and our gardens is the attention to detail that we pay to our clients in the real estate business. Most of our real estate transactions here are vacation homes, investment homes, second homes. It's not a primary market. We have 102,000 year-round residents in Cape May County. We swell to 750,000 on any day in the summer.
You take your time with each person. You make them friends. You build a relationship with them. You just don't go show them property and be done with them. You follow up phone calls with them. You find out what their wants are, what their needs are, and you match the property to it. And you take the time to show them what they can afford, what they can't afford, what's good about a property, what's not good about a property, and it's a continuing relationship. And really talk to them, go through the computer with them, and sometimes we even get in the car and drive the entire island up and down streets to see what properties they like. Sometimes people will pick out a property and they won't realize what location it's in. They'll love the property, but they're not going to like the location, and they're not familiar with the location. So sometimes I just get in the car and I say, look, we're just going to drive. And I drive them all over the island and I say, what parts of the island do you like the best? Then we go back to the office and that's what we concentrate on.
We sell commercial properties, condominiums, single-family homes, townhomes. It really runs the whole spectrum. One thing we don't have here is we don't have large apartment buildings. So that is one thing. I know a lot of people say, find me a large apartment building. Well, a large apartment building here is 4 units. So we really don't, that's one thing that we don't get into a lot because we don't have large apartment buildings.
That's true. There's a lot of new condos, there's some older condos, there's a lot of oceanfront, there's bayfront. There's Sea Point Village, which is a unique resort that has 500 types of units in it, and it's a private beach community with pools and tennis courts and things, and that's unique. That's in Diamond Beach. Then there's other oceanfront complexes. There's some things that are off the beaten path, and there's something for everybody. 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, with pools, without pools. Some have off-street parking, some have on-site parking, and some have really good management companies, others you want to stay away from. There's a lot of things with condos.
A lot of times with first-time home buyers, they have the champagne appetite. They want $400,000 houses, but their budget with their income is $250,000 house, $275,000 house, or less. So initially, there's that disappointment of what am I going to get for basically $150,000 less than what I want. So a lot of these buyers, after an initial appointment, and I show them some properties, and they're disappointed, I will have them come here, a lot of times on a Sunday, I will have them come over here casually, and I'll walk them through the place and say, look, when I started out, this was a basic house, it needed painting, the yard was terrible, and explain to them that this is mostly done through labor. This wasn't real expensive other than the waterfall. There's not a lot of expense here. So I tell them about putting in irrigation and building beds and what you can do with flowers and what you can do with landscaping and trees and bushes. And I think a lot of my buyers leave here believing I can do this, because I tell them there's nothing special about me. I just decided I was going to do it, and I did it.
The question is, how do you use this? How does a homeowner make use of a waterfall like this?
Well, for this is our escape. As a small business, a mom and pop operation with 1 other employee, we spend most of our time servicing our clients. So for us, we can come out here in the evening, flip on the waterfall, bring our dinner with us, or go up the top where the table and chairs are, and just have a peaceful dinner. And this is kind of our escape. We're in Vermont in 5 minutes.
We work together terrific. I mean, it really works well. I mean, lots of times we'll go on a listing appointment together, and I'll talk about one thing. Douglas may bring up something else. He may catch something in the house that says, you need to fix this because somebody will notice it. I may not have seen it. So, and then I'll look at the decorating and I'll say, well, you want to do this or you want to do that, and to bring people in. This is what a woman's point of view. A woman's going to love the kitchen. So you want to do certain things in that area. When it comes to sales, sometimes we sit down together, sometimes we don't. It depends. Some clients that you have would take more to a man than to a woman. And then sometimes when couples come in, it works very well because I can be talking to the wife and he can be talking to the husband, and it just really works.
We do have clients regularly. We usually have a barbecue about every 10 days in the summer. We invite a few couples or families here. We have them to our house. So we try to get much more into the family spirit of everything, the friendship thing, than just, thanks for your money, hit the road.
It's interesting because the two of you are really a team. How do you work together?
I think service is so much more important now than it ever used to be, or we've gone back to the way it used to be. So our thing is we like to give that service. Our motto is modern technology, old-fashioned service, and we really try to live by that old-fashioned service thing. And I know that our clients can feel that when they're dealing with us. We love to talk about real estate. It's something we love to do. We don't feel intruded upon, and by giving that extra service, it definitely has shown rewards.
There you are, the captivating story of two of the most unusual real estate agents you will find anywhere, Douglas and Joyce Jewell of the Jewell Real Estate Agency. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Cape May County in South Jersey.
Well, that does it for this edition of Close Up on America's Business. I'm Janice Marie. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.